Hi, I'm Rick Steves. I just visited Maine to share the lessons my state, Washington, has learned in the 4 years since we voted to legalize, tax, and regulate marijuana for adults. During my visit, Maine Governor Paul LePage issued a video statement against Question 1, that's Maine's initiative to legalize marijuana. Across our nation, politicians are talking about marijuana like it's 2010. It's been several years now, and we have a track record, and we know out-of-date talking points like the governor's deserve a point-by-point response.
Question 1 is not just bad for Maine, it can be deadly.
Governor LePage, experience has taught us that the most dangerous thing about marijuana is the very fact that it's illegal.
Marijuana kills people on the highways.
No, impaired and reckless drivers kill people on the highways. We agree that anyone driving intoxicated or impaired by anything should have the book thrown at them.
Traffic deaths in Colorado have increased dramatically.
Governor, that is simply not so. 25 states are legal, medical, or recreational marijuana states, and there's no evidence that this has impacted safety on their roads. In fact, Washington State, where I drive, is among the safest places to drive anywhere in the country.
Marijuana is 3 times stronger than it was in the 1980s.
Yes, and that's the result of a prohibition. When a drug is criminalized, it becomes more potent. America went into prohibition against alcohol, a beer-drinking nation, and came out a whiskey-drinking nation. By the way, so far, all of your complaints have assumed that pot use will spike up if we legalize. My state and Colorado have shown that use stays about the same. In fact, no society has found any correlation between the strictness of their laws and how much marijuana is smoked.
People addicted to marijuana are 3 times more likely to be addicted to heroin.
We've learned that the only thing gateway about marijuana is the fact that it's illegal. People then have to buy it from criminals on the street who have a vested interest in selling you something more addictive and more profitable. If we care about the opioid problem in our society, we need to look at the pharmaceutical industry, not marijuana.
Heroin is already killing 7 Mainers a week. We do not need to legalize another drug that could lead to more deaths.
European countries that have reformed their marijuana laws have done so in order to deal more effectively with their heroin-addicted population. In Europe, people know that a society has to make a choice: tolerate alternative lifestyles or build more prisons. Then they always remind me that we Americans lock up about 8 times as many people per capita as they do. Either we are an inherently more criminal people, or there's something screwy about our laws.
THC levels in marijuana snacks are so high they could kill children and pets.
Sir, that is complete nonsense. THC has never killed anyone, nor can it. Perhaps you're thinking of the misuse of pharmaceuticals or alcohol.
Pot snacks like cookies, candy, gummy bears, and soda. Children can't tell if their weed is in these snacks.
Marijuana is a drug. It can be abused, and no one in the drug reform community believes it's for children. Edibles must be packaged smartly and labeled clearly. Yes, children's safety is a very important issue. That's why the Children's Alliance in my state endorsed our law to legalize marijuana for adults.
People will smoke marijuana in pot stores right next to schools, daycare centers, and churches.
Your state's law is not a pro-pot law. Like the law in my state, it's a common-sense public safety law. Smoking in public is not allowed. Advertising to kids is not allowed. It strictly limits both how marijuana stores can advertise and where they can be located.
They will smoke weed and sell pot at state fairs.
Governor, the people of your state already do. Again, under the proposed initiative, consumption in public will remain illegal.
Businesses could not fire employees for using marijuana.
Like my state's law, with your state's law, an employer can still maintain whatever standards he or she chooses in that workplace.
Before you vote, please educate yourself on this dangerous issue.
That's a great idea, Governor LePage. Before you vote, please educate yourself. We've come a long way and we've learned a lot. 4 states, including mine, have made marijuana legal for adults, and the numbers are in. Teen use does not go up. Crime does not go up. DUIs do not go up. The only thing that goes up is tax revenue, and in my state, that's $120 million a year. For social justice, fiscal responsibility, civil liberties, and to more smartly fight our opioid crisis, I believe it's time to legalize, tax, and regulate marijuana. State by state, with common sense laws, we will end the prohibition of our age. Thanks, and happy travels.